In a problem like this, first thing you do, you kind of read through it. If Igor was going to make a single deposit into an account earning 4% compounded monthly, how much would he have to deposit to have $1 million in 30 years? Your first step is to decide which formula is going to help you solve this. And one of the key words here, key phrases, I should say, is single deposit. And then compounded monthly or compounded. The formula that we have that works with a single deposit and compounding is going to be that future value equals your principal times 1 plus r over n raised to the n times t power. So that is the formula, and those two kind of words together, the single deposit, or I guess phrase, and then a word together was telling me I need to use this formula. So now it's a matter of finding the pieces that we need to plug into the formula. What do we have? Well, earning 4%, that tells me the rate, and that's going to be 0.04 when you convert it to decimal. Monthly, that tells me the n is going to be 12. When you're compounding, you always look for a clue to the number of compoundings per year. Monthly n is 12. 30 years, that tells me that t is going to be 30. And the last piece I need, I've got pretty much everything over on that right side of the equation, the r, the n, and the t. I need either the p or the f. Well, in this particular problem, they're saying how much would he have to deposit? So that's your principal, your present value. And another clue here is, you want to have $1 million in 30 years. That's a future amount. So really this million is going to be the future value. So in this case, what we're doing is actually solving for the P. And there's a couple of ways to approach this. I'm going to start out just by plugging everything in. So the future value that we're looking to earn is $1 million. And I'm not going to bother writing the 0.00 at this point. We'll have the P over here, the unknown, and then you have 1 plus 0.04 over 12, and then raised to the, I always like to use parentheses here, 12 times 30 power. And now to get that P alone, you have to notice that this whole piece here is being multiplied. It's a number that's getting multiplied by P. And if you take that number that's being multiplied by the present value, that principal, and divide it onto both sides, what you're going to get is this. Now, if you're putting this in your calculator, you need to use ample parentheses pretty much everywhere where I have them on there. So in the calculator, what you would do is you would type in $1 million. You'd hit the division symbol to start the fraction part. You'd hit the parenthesis, and then you do 1, the plus, the 0.04 divided by 12. Then you'd close the parenthesis. Then you'd hit that little power button. Depending on your calculator, TI 30s, it looks like this, and even the TI 83s, 84s, it looks like that. And then you start a new parenthesis for the power. Then you do 12 times 30, and then you close that parenthesis. And that will give you the correct answer. Now, if you're putting this in Desmos, it'll look like this. And let me just go over there here. Okay, so we're going to have 1 million. You just start typing it in, and then you hit the division, which is underneath the question mark button on your keypad, and then you'll put in the parenthesis 1 plus 0.04 divided by 12. You're going to have to hit the right arrow to get out from underneath that little denominator where the 12 is, and get up into the main line there in that bigger denominator, and then close that, and then shift 6 in order to get up into the power, and then parenthesis 12 times 30. And if you do that, you'll see the answer becomes, if you round 301, they want you usually to round to the nearest cent here. So $301,795.87. So that would be the amount. And your principal or your present value, $301. Let me go back over here, see that again. 795.87. So 795.87. And that would be the answer to that problem. So this is, the kind of the key aspect with these is making sure, you first identify the formula, of course, and then you got to identify those pieces. And anytime I give you a clue about, you're looking to have a certain amount in the future, that's going to go on that left side, and you'll be solving for the principal amount on the right, that p-value. Okay, if you have further questions about that, let me know.